Good morning, Shalom. Your Excellencies, ambassadors from around the world, members of the diplomatic corps posted here in Israel, distinguished guests, the Jerusalem Post family, our generous sponsors, colleagues in the media, members of the audience here at the wonderful Waldorf Astoria Hotel in Jerusalem, and viewers watching us by live stream on jpost.com from all over the world. Dear friends, a warm welcome to the 4th Jerusalem Post Diplomatic Conference. Thank you all for making the time and the special effort to be here. To the hundreds of diplomats here today, this conference is for you. We appreciate our special relationship with you, and the Jerusalem Post is always happy to hear from you. Let me pause to give an especially warm welcome to French Ambassador Patrick Maisonneuve, and on behalf of all of us, convey our condolences to the French people following the horrific attacks in Paris over the weekend and another one again this morning. When the French ambassador walks in with the Prime Minister, I'm going to ask you all to rise and remain standing for a minute's silence in solidarity with Paris. Our lineup of stellar speakers today includes Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who will be interviewed by our diplomatic correspondent, Herb Kanan, the opposition leader and leader of the Zionist Union Party, Isaac Herzog, who you will hear from momentarily, Education Minister Naftali Bennett, Justice Minister Ayelet Shaked, Energy Minister Yuval Steinitz, US Ambassador Dan Shapiro, EU Ambassador Lars Farberg Anderson, Israel Air Force Commander Amir Eshel, and the Jerusalem Post Senior Contributing Editor Carolyn Glick. We are meeting at a difficult time, but it's a challenging one for all of us. Let's show one another respect and patience. I urge you not to interrupt our speakers, and please stay until the end. The international community is waging a battle against terror and for, as the French say, liberté, égalité, fraternité. It is my fervent hope that you will find today's conference interesting, enlightening, enjoyable, and yes, newsworthy. We will all walk out with different headlines. Nobody's perfect, but as the founding editor of the Jerusalem Post, Gershon Agron, once said, the Jerusalem Post is the best Hebrew newspaper in English. So perhaps you will agree with me when I say the Jerusalem Post is the most reliable and trustworthy newspaper in Israel.
The Jerusalem Post has been telling Israel's fascinating story for over 80 years. We were there during the British Mandate, at the time of the Declaration of Independence and the establishment of the state. We marched together in war and in peace, at times of sorrow and in joy. We have been there at every moment that has shaped the course of Israel's history. And with every issue, we've established ourselves as one of the most accurate and reliable newspapers in the Middle East. As Israel's amazing story continues to develop, we too decided to expand. We have become a news source for 72 different countries around the world. This continuous development stems from a belief in the importance of a connection between world Jewry and the State of Israel. We have not stopped here. Our English language website is Israel's leading news site with more than 9 million viewers a month. Millions of people around the world view our daily news web broadcast. And our special app? It will accompany you anytime or place you want. In order to help preserve freedom of speech in Israel, we acquired the newspaper Ma'ariv Sof HaShavua, which immediately since its launch has become one of Israel's leading newspapers. And so, from a small paper in a small country, which was founded before the establishment of the state, we have evolved into a media group whose conferences are among the most influential and important in the Jewish world. All of this is both thanks to you and for you. the Jerusalem Post. We are the media group that always has and will continue to accompany the nation.